Uh-oh.
DM. Oh my goodness,
Okay.
we were doing all that talking and not a soul heard us. I love it. Hello,
All right.
everybody
Well,
out there in TV land. I am Krista Joy here, and this is Doing This Time 2. And we are bringing hot Larulian bracket action to you guys out there in TV land. And I am here with the living legend who's doing double duty, double your pleasure, double your fun with DEM, the Deus Ex Machina. Oh man, we got muted before.
yeah. Yeah, should be a great race. As Krista said, this is my second race of the night. The first race was fantastic. I see one of our runners still is hanging out, Delicious Algae, aka Pleco. They put on a great show, and I'm hoping that this race is equally as fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Getting our first Armos check in over at Death Armos. Oh, but Death Armos lives up to its name for TallMaple, and it's our wood sword. Oh,
Wood sword
no.
is exactly what you like to see because it gives you something to combat with. We've already seen 7, so you know we're dipping back in there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, especially with this staircase right here.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's the white sword.
immediate white sword. Oh my goodness, Camion, did you roll a Jetty for your Betty? A BB seed? Because that's what I'm known for in the SMB3 community.
Wow. If and both runners were trying to do the swordless clip into that staircase, if they could have got in there, they could have had a white sword first item. TallMaple leaving level 7 behind, though. I can't say I blame him, because level 7 is usually one of those dungeons you like to leave until later. But man, that's going to come back to bite him with that the white sword just being one room in.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have the combat advantage going now to Malkier. And that is a face that is judging me for level 7. DEM, how do you see that map? Because I'm seeing it as something that is judging me.
Oh, I am terrible with the name the shape game, but I am thinking it is it looks like maybe like a ghost or something with like his arms like up like.
Woo-wee! We got some Chrono Trigger folks out there in chat going on Naga, and then we got some SMB2 folks saying Birdo. So it's got a hefty bunch of contention on what that looks like. But we can all agree it's probably judging me for some unknown reason, because it's me. And,
we've got another staircase in 7, so this will be our transport.
yeah, so we've got bombs on deck for Malk, and TallMaple, you know, looks like 1, 2. Okay, I thought for a second the blue octos rolled up a bit, which would have been absolutely traumatic, just like having a bunch of Lionels shooting stuff at your face. And what's even worse is when Lionels go Wonder Twin Power Activate with a bunch of Wizarobes.
Yeah, this is that is not a friendly screen, especially with that choke point trying to get across that bridge.
Nope. So what both of our runners are gonna be asking is for the biggest Hail Mary on the planet, and that is getting a red ring for the white sword prize.
Yeah, Malkier takes a death in the pretty deep in this level 7. At this point, you gotta kind of almost start thinking about just giving up on the Triforce. It's very close to start. You've already got the item out of here. While he's looking for the Triforce, TallMaple is starting to get a lot of overworld exploration done. So,
Yeah.
kind of a pick your poison at the moment. There's our arrow shop, 73, a cheap arrow.
Yeah, but look at the cost of the meat on a stick. Woo, 106.
Yeah, hopefully that's not required tonight.
And we got a tuner right there with a dig dogger on deck. Oh man, if just Sandy was here right now, she would be super happy. And that's a ladder block. So time to dodge out.
And TallMaple takes another death up on Death Mountain. And that's a shame because he was only a couple of screens away from getting another Armos check done. Gonna head back up in that direction, trying to get another bomb drop off of the blue Octorok, but not happening.
Yeah, blue Octos can be hit or miss. More miss for me, you know, especially when I do this in vanilla and need to get to that heart container on the coast. But wee.
So, one of the strategies that I've been implementing a lot more is if you do take a death, then up a save, or just select save, and then you can do a hard reset of the emulator or even of your hardware if you're actually playing on, original hardware, and it'll reset your global counter. So then the next blue Octorok that you kill, which is one screen away from where we're starting, has that chance at the global bomb drop again.
But you know what needs to be reset? That $4 chuck prize. Woo! This may be a broke-a-chew seed. All right, 80 is probably the large one.
Yeah, 80 is the large, and that's pretty low for a large. The last seed we just saw, 144, is the large. So 80 is not a very large secret. It's not the worst. I think it can be anywhere from 60 to 120, or 60 to 150, I mean, but the 80 is a little on the low side. No, it can be 50. 50 is the lowest.
Yeah, I saw a 51, and I also played one with a 50, which I wondered, the meaning of life. It had $2 for the small, $20 for the medium, and $50 for the large. I was like, wow, this is a destitute seed.
Yeah, that's even beyond poverty at that point.
Yeah, I just, wanted to open up a GoFundMe and try to get some money so I could buy stuff. And we are going back for revenge against Manhandla.
Gotta be careful.
Ooh.
TallMaple out of bombs up here on Death Mountain, unfortunately. Still getting in some... Oh, takes a death, though. I was getting ready to say, still getting in some quality exploration time, though, while Malkier's looking for this Triforce.
Now, here's the biggest question you're going to ask. Now, this might be a bold strategy, Cotton, but would you invest in one of the big shields since everything hurts if it's affordable?
I actually do like the big shield plays if it's cheap enough. I typically save my money for a blue ring first over a shield. But if it looks like you're not going to be able to afford a blue ring, which tonight is, money might be an issue with only having an 80 large, and knowing that we have to buy a candle somewhere. There are no free candles in this seed, unless you find the blue, or the red candle, I mean.
Early red candle would be amazing. And
yeah, it would pay off even more in this seed with the way the money's shaping up.
Yeah, you need to burn down everything. You must let out your inner pyromaniac. Because this seed hurts. Like, the enemies hurt. The money hurts. It's just basically everybody hurts sometimes.
A little REM.
Yes, best way to be, Shiny, happy people we are not seeing right now. And Malkier does defeat Manhandla.
But gets rewarded with nothing. A bomb drop, but he had to spend bombs to get Manhandla down.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Moblin,
berry explosion.
yeah, thank goodness, because between the BMOs and the Moblin shooting, it's hurting our boy Malkier. And see, this is why you need your fire right here. You just burn these, give those into oblivion.
Now, this overworld is pretty brutal with both Lionels and Wizrobes on it, but that also means that neither of those enemies will be in the dungeon, so hopefully our dungeon enemy sets are pretty friendly.
Yeah, but we haven't seen the scourge of the game yet. And that is our hippity hop friends, you know, because going against them with absolutely no bow and arrow is no fun at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Pole's Voice are beefy, they're tanky, they do a lot of damage, and sometimes they can be pretty unpredictable as well.
Yeah, because they will hop on you and destroy your soul. And speaking of destroyed souls, that Wizrob of Malkier's is catching serious pain.
Oh, there's our Armos item, and it is the wand, so that will almost immediately negate the white sword pickup by Malkier.
Yes. And plus it also gives projectiles, so finally Malkier getting a 4th heart container. But just the enemy set is just awful. Just really bad.
TallMaple trying to farm bombs off these blue Lionels, if you're wondering why he's fighting them.
Ooh, so now on TallMaple's side, 66.6% chance of a white sword item grab. Have to hope against hope that it is something that is going to be protection based, since there are so many high damage dealers, but we get mags, and that's going to be worthless for us right now.
Yeah, mags anywhere from 10 to 14 hearts. Could be a while before we see anybody getting back there for those.
Plus, Malkier has white sword, so 59
there's our
candle,
and it's a cheap candle.
Yes, it is. So we're gonna
afford it. Well, we got a bomb drop. That's almost as good.
Yeah. So hoping that this will be anything but the $4, but so
well, it wasn't $4.
Yeah, it wasn't $4. This is more like I take your money. Scammed. Oh, the pain.
Oh, I'm gonna try to gamble. So I like this actually. I'd go back in there and gamble again. Try to hit it. See if you can.
We are both going to Gambleaholics Anonymous, damn. $59 blue candle is just being thrown in TallMaple's face, you know, like bam, you can't get me. Be like, you can't touch this. Do. But hopefully we will see Malkier. Now if Malkier finds, which he should in a little bit, finds that blue candle, does have the money to pull it off. So we just have to keep our fingers, toes, legs, eyes, and arms crossed.
Yeah, he's definitely heading in the right direction. Gonna hit some door repairs, hopefully getting closer. He's only got a 2 rupee buffer at this point.
Yep.
Oh, and it's a 25 medium, so medium also rolled down.
Yeah, I told you, this is a Brokachu seed. And heaven forbid if you need a meat on a stick, you're going to take a second mortgage loan out.
Malkier gets his wand from under the Armos and is...
This is a bad position to be in.
Yeah, that screen is death for...
Yeah, you
wand
gotta
paying off though.
You gotta be quick on the draw. Those Lionels.
Malkier had a 5 rupee on the other side of the river and just couldn't get the screen scroll in time before it disappeared.
All right. Fifth heart on deck for Malk, and we're inching closer.
But unfortunately, though, a lot of these enemies will still one-shot you on 2 hearts, so...
Okay, Malkier in the driver's seat right now will be able to get that blue candle and just 2 screens away. So...
yeah, literally no matter which screen he goes to, he's going to get his candle. But he's going to go up to
I think this was one too, right?
First. Yep.
So has enough to buy the arrow.
Yeah, that would be an interesting purchase. I like an early arrow purchase, but sometimes this early in a seed, you'd rather have the option to buy some keys.
Those keys are expensive.
Those keys are expensive.
Yeah, they're a bit expensive. You know, maybe you can get a Hyrulean Amscot loan and try to get them. And it doesn't help when you get scammed out the wazoo for your cash. And, yeah.
Pleco in chat is saying that her favorite is a candle-locked bread candle. I have a feeling that's a little bit of sarcasm because of the previous race that we just watched.
Hey, that that brings it gets the blood pumping. So I wholeheartedly sign off on that. And we have TallMaple probably going back to do the big purchase, a Reno of the blue candle.
Yeah. Meanwhile, both runners on the same screen. Simultaneous heart pickups. TallMaple heading towards the candle shop. Malkier heading down towards the forest to start burning.
Oh no! Even the discount key is $92. It's one is 97, and the other one is a huge discount now of 92 buckaroos. Oh, the stores are having a sale that even Crazy Eddie would be envious of.
I'm curious when we're going to start finding some dungeons. Both runners have had swords for quite a while now, and the only dungeon we've seen is level 7.
Maybe it's a sign. It's a sign that 7 is heaven, which we know it isn't, but we still have the benefit of the doubt. And
oh my goodness, and we find 8. Actually, you could argue that 8 is better than 7 because at least there's 2 items in 8. You know, it's going to be larger than 7, but at least there's 2 items.
Yeah, and plus with 8, that gives us, but to go in with only 1 bomb, you know, that's living in the danger zone. But we may be able to farm some keys from 8.
Oh, we got a map.
And that's the most abstract art-looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. A slice of Swiss cheese.
Oh, Patra has already made an appearance. And random Gleeok.
If that wall doesn't bomb behind that Gleeok, then we are kind of segmented out of that upper section.
All right, potential item right here. Oh dear. It's a raft. Oh dear. Well, that opens up 2 checks. And see, I am the type of person, DM, who would sacrifice the raft and make it as a temporary stepladder so I could get me the item on the coast. Stepladder, I got a raft. I got a raft.
Yeah, it never made sense to me that you needed a ladder to walk across water when you would have a raft. It's like, Oh, I like this play from Malkier. He got inside of the diamond staircase, and now he's going to kill the Landmoas from inside out.
Yes, and we should be seeing a transport now.
Now, I would have checked back out just to make sure that wasn't the drop room, but going to take the transport. He is one room north of the Gleeok, right?
Oh, speaking
Right now,
of our Easter friend, the Pose voice has made its appearance. So we know that the Hippity Hops are in the dungeon, and that spells trouble.
All right, well, Maple is leaving this 8, so he has left 7 and 8 behind at this point. Malkier digging these larger dungeons. Let's see if it pays off. I like you're saying earlier, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I don't know if I agree with dipping out of 8 when you do have the ability to combat, but we do find a
But Malkier
2.
Maple, immediately finds Dungeon 2, which is a much smaller dungeon that you usually like to see earlier. There's our red candle. It's on the coast.
See, this is why. Who needs a raft? I would be using those logs as a way to cross over and get the red candle. But no, this game mechanic don't let me do it.
And have you ever thought about the logistics of going dungeon diving with a stepladder on your back? Like, who carries a stepladder into a dungeon to go fight
Exactly.
monsters?
You know, like, what am I going to do? Just pull it out of my magic pocket?
Ooh, this is our other item, because we've already seen the transport.
Yep.
Oh, it's a heart. So now we're either looking for a floor item, or that is the coast heart. One or the other.
Well, we'd like to think it's the coast heart. We'd like to.
It's actually... yeah, it's actually very fortuitous to find the coast heart early in this flag set.
Oh, yeah. But the one thing our runners really need to see, and this is for those of you who are not familiar with the Randomforce settings, we need to find out how many Doritos will it take to meet our head bacon overlord. And that's why we usually try to find 9 as soon as possible. That way we can pick and choose what we want, instead of assuming it's going to be all Doritos necessary. And
yeah, that is a very good point, especially with the amount of time that Malkier is spending in this 8, as well as the time that he spent in 7. If it is a low Triforce count of 5 or 6, you might not even need to go into those dungeons.
Yep. Now, what could make this real fortuitous would be getting our magic key friend in 8, which would be sort of French vanilla. Or even the book, to get those early hints out the way. Even though you are broker than a joker, really can't afford jack a lot of nothing, you know, but those hints you could always save scum and then try to see if it's anything important. Because if we can get early info on the bow, on anything worthwhile, you know, that's going to be a big help.
Ooh, Triforce found an 8. And yeah, book is one of those items that the earlier you find it, the better off it's, you know, the more it's going to pay off. Oh, the mugger, we can afford to pay him. At least he only wanted 50 rupees. Oh, and there's the ladder in 2.
Oh, definite advantage now going.
Now, you know what that means is if you would have came over here and found level 2 first, you would not have had to buy a candle in this seed.
That's
Both runners
right.
could have saved themselves 59 rupees if they'd have come down here first.
Yeah.
And there's our heart in 2, so...
We're out. Well, gotta get the Triforce, but
Yep.
we're for all intents and purposes out of this ball game. But that's not the way you're supposed to exit there, TallMaple.
Yeah.
You're supposed to, you know, wreck everybody, then make the big exit out and walk out like a G.
Yeah, just a little too excited trying to run up through that room to get to this Triforce room, and face first into a Gibdo.
Yeah, and TallMaple gets to save because I don't think TallMaple has the blue candle. So saving that $59.
No, TallMaple, he did go and buy the blue candle. Yeah.
Oh, so that's some feels bad, man, that both our runners are going to feel because red candle is best candle.
Oh, here's the other mugger. Another mugger in 8. So, but Malkier,
he was broke.
yeah, he couldn't afford to pay him in cash, so he had to pay him off with a heart container. So, I don't mind that play from him as much because he's already got that white sword, so Mags doesn't do him near as much help. Here's our hints. That's actually pretty cheap hints. I'm terrible at doing math very quickly in my head, but it looked like it was about 90 rupees, maybe a little more, between 90 and 100.
Yeah, I agree with Malk's play, but this better be absolutely worth me giving up my life for. You know, if I find out, even though for me, I'm the type of person that believes in blue boomy supremacy. So if you get a banana, I'm a banana stewer, you know. But they may not find it as being worth giving up a heart container for, but we'll see in just a moment.
Back-to-back blue land moas. Unbelievable.
This 8 has been treacherous. Oh, and that's even worse. All right, so we have a janky room with really temperamental enemies.
Yeah, try to get rid of this. Try to get rid of the red dark nuts and then maybe cycle something out.
Yeah, I can see the need for doing this, but they can hurt on green, the blue dark nuts. So
TallMaple found another take and he's up to 8 hearts. So mags are fully in play for him tonight.
Hey, he got his $4. Yo, let's go.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh, no, right? I'm telling you, he's rich. He's rich. Look at that. That $5 room prize was more than... And I don't think we have... This is like a oops all landmo seed.
I was going to say, is there anything in this dungeon besides this?
Nah. It's like, you know what? We don't ever get no love in the vanilla game. We're always stuck in level 9. So we making our appearance now. I like that. I like that. But Malk in a position he does not want to be in right now. Malkier in a position that is SOS mode.
Yeah, he's kind of he's seen just about all of this level 8. At this point, you would love to find the item just to make this dig worth it, but it's not going to be in here. This is not a drop room in 8.
No. Kind of surprised hoping maybe he can generate a fairy.
Yeah, these are health droppers, and he's on. Well, there it is.
There it is. Come on, fairy, work with him. All right, wait. Now are we hoping for a refund key?
All right, arrow purchase for TallMaple though. I don't hate that. Probably gonna give a lot of money back to door repairs this early anyway. Might as well spend it on something.
Yep, something is better than nothing. So we have...
Yeah. And with 4 keys, you don't need keys. Oh, that's a nice clock for Malkier, even though doesn't really need the health, but we'll just make clearing this room that much quicker in general. All right, now he is going to take that Triforce.
Abandoning the second item.
Yeah, that's painful with the amount of time that he spent in there to leave without that item.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time in level 7 and 8 and didn't get the Triforce out of 7 and didn't get the second item out of 8. Meanwhile, 6 found from Maple.
And Malkier has gone into 1984. Channel is off mode. Oh, baby.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen that screen since, oh man, I'll carbon date myself again, since the 80s, when the TV would go out and it would be off the air and you get one of these. But hey, we got some 1980s folks. I thought chat would be too young to be going back to the 80s with me. But the fact that you guys are having an 80s cassette player flashback alongside me makes me feel good. Now, I can't say 8-track flashback because that's the 70s, but seeing that screen is bringing back memories of NBC. Because I considered NBC back in the day the never broadcast channel. Because I swear they were off the air more than on the air in my little area of New York. So, but we have TallMaple, who is going to do triple duty right now as our only runner.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, Malkier's stream is completely down. I just checked over on his channel to see if it was on our end or their end, but no, yeah, his channel is completely down, so hopefully he gets it back up and running soon.
You know, if Malkier has Spectrum internet, then I know exactly what has happened. Spectrum doing what Spectrum does best, which is, look what's in 6!
Ring.
Defense! Oh! TallMaple now in the catbird seat.
Yeah, that is huge for TallMaple. Especially with this overworld, getting that ladder, red ring, okay, so these aren't necessarily required items, but very nice quality of life items to have.
Heck yeah.
And there's another heart.
We're one step closer to checking for mags.
Oh, and Malkier is back up and running just in time to see a death on his side. That is painful.
But
and it doesn't look like it looked like where he died in that brief moment when he came back, it looked like he was heading over towards level 2. So I'm betting that he has not seen level 2 yet.
No, and level 2 is a must. Level 6 is a must. Because these overworld enemies,
I can confirm, looking at his personal tracker, he does not have anything marked for the coast item or at that open cave, so he did not see level 2 yet.
Ooh.
And Triforce out of 6 for TallMaple, so 2 Triforces on the board now, 2 and 6 for Maple.
Yeah, following the raft.
I don't know why I thought for some reason I thought 6 was on Candle Row. It was at the raft spot by Candle Row. So
imagine the raft being useful.
Yeah, raft paying off.
Yeah, oh my goodness, payola time. Malkier holding on for dear life to that $98 because there are still muggers in the dungeon wilds, getting shot at by multiple links. What's not paying off is these any roads. These things suck. I know. Just drop me with a whole bunch of blue whiz robs that want to take my liver,
And they also didn't go anywhere. Nothing in the northern part of the map. They're all in the southern part of the map. And 3 of them are within about 8 screens of each other.
Yeah, there's nothing. And plus it likes to drop you where everything can just lay the ban hammer on you and ban you from life. Now, take care, Chef. You go enjoy time with the kiddo, and we'll catch you. $45 meat and $97 Big shield.
I'm more excited about those 13 rupee bombs.
I wasn't
Both
going to
runners
mention
finding them
that.
simultaneous.
Because I do believe it was 30 in one, or at least something I saw that was $30. But $13 bombs, very good to see. Because you're going to be blasting through bombs just to save your life against this overworld enemy set.
Yeah, for sure. And and here's our other hint shop, and it's pretty cheap as well. So
yes.
We find the book hints are definitely in play tonight as well.
I'd like to think, because I believe in numero tres, number 3, that the book will be in 3. I don't know why. I'm feeling like
All right, this is good for Malkier. He is heading back in the direction of level 2.
Yeah,
TallMaple
does need to follow though the raft to get that red ring. Also, that rope was kind of. There we go. Ladder time for Malkier, as he has entered into 2.
Yeah. And as much as he's dug these larger dungeons, I don't see him leaving without a full clear. But the Triforce was very early in the seed, so good chance he sees the Triforce, or in this level, I should say. But good chance he sees the Triforce before he sees the ladder. But again, I do not expect him to leave without getting the item out of here with as much time as he spent in 7 and 8 looking for items.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you have too many items need outstanding. He's taking it, but he's going back. Because you need, usually for 9, you want to go in with a both silvers, ideally. Me, I would love to have the blue banana, but that's just a me thing. So definitely, you're going to dig out these dungeons.
You never feel good about not having a ladder until you have touched Zelda. In fact, one of my Swiss races in this very tournament, me and my opponent both entered 9 without the ladder. There was 2 ways to get to Ganon, one from the north and one from the south. They were both ladder blocked, one room from Ganon. So
I got one even better. I was doing commentary for one, and Zelda was ladder blocked.
Yeah, I've seen that before. You see Zelda in a Chevy room or something, and so yeah, sometimes you can even kill Ganon and think that you're good, and then you don't get. Oh, there's the Anykias, the white sword item.
White sword item is useful as all heck. Let's go. And it was blocked by Lake Candle. Imagine that.
Yeah.
But see now, TallMaple can tank some of those whizzy hits, and we have a Gleeok on deck for Malkier, the best version, the 4-headed version,
Yeah, he's getting off some nice one taps. If you can hit the wand and the sword at the same time on the same frame, it'll combine their damage. So he's actually doing basically magical sword damage whenever he gets those one taps off.
Yeah. We may actually see if TallMaple does get another.
Oh, he's gonna find the other. I forgot about this. There's a required mugger here.
No.
You might be able to bomb. You might be able to bomb right out of that room. I know TallMaple paid that mugger though, but Malkier's already paid one. Doesn't want to pay a second one.
Well, he has the money to do it.
He's got the money now to do it, but man, that still just feels bad, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, let's see if he can bomb right out of here. You should be able to. It's level 2, so there shouldn't really be any reason he can't.
Yeah, most of the rooms are bombable for...
Yeah. Yeah, unless it's like Zelda's room or something. Or obviously if it was a segmented dungeon. There's our ladder.
Alright, does do it.
Malkier already has the Triforce, but with only 2 rooms left to see, yeah, you might as well just go grab the floor heart. I agree with this.
Yeah, to
level 1 East Death Mountain.
Level 1. That's an awful place. That's an awful place for one of all places. So, I'm not starting to follow the path of the raft. So probably after this, we'll see the next raft.
Recorder floor item in 1 under 3 Pole's voice, 1 room in. You love to see it.
Yeah. Hopefully no more mugger rooms. Hopefully.
Well, especially where he's at, because there's an immediate recorder check to your left that is just a pain in the butt to try to come back to later. Oh, that's right. He's got the any key. I was like, why didn't he pick that key up? He's got the any key.
Yeah, who needs keys? Getting a much needed heart. That way we can stop beeping.
Yeah, it keeps him from beeping, and it also gives him his first opportunity at a mags check. It's only a 20% chance, but so you're telling me there's a chance. Oh, it's segmented. It's a segmented one.
It's a duck with a long bill.
We've got our Triforce free on the floor. Luckily, it was a standing drop and not under that dig dog. Well, actually, no. We just got the recorder, so we could have killed it.
Yeah, we have the tutor. So we're going to be tooting away, and here is most likely than not our transport room.
Well,
I'd like to believe it is. So
the item room has to be in this segment because we've seen both floor items. No, it is the transport.
I called it.
What room haven't we seen then? Perhaps the room that's south of this one. Because we didn't know that there was even a room there without the map.
Okay, so we entered the top.
Yeah, we entered in the E column, and we went right 1 room and got the recorder, but there wasn't a door to that second right room.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
No, this won't push. No, if there's a drop on the floor, it won't push.
No, there's a drop on the floor. Oh, me boyo.
That'll only push if that's if remove most open staircases was turned on.
Yeah, take it, get the life refill, dip back because you know it's going to be in the front end.
Yeah, it's going to be just enter and go 2 rooms right, and you'll have your
item,
your second item.
And that's exactly, because why try to traverse that while...
Oh, no. So we entered on the L. So, no, there must be a room over here we haven't seen. Yeah, there's that 1 room in the V column.
If you go up this one, up another one, possibly bomb it, that should take... Oh, it was a key door.
No, it's just a key door. Yeah. Ta-da! Oh, look at this room. Oh, my God.
Well, with red ring, that means nada.
Red ring and wand, so you can... you can't shoot them with the wand beams, but you can beat them with the tip of the wand, I guess.
Yeah, you use it like a mace to the face.
Yeah.
There we go. Here is our item.
Oh!
Yellow banana. How do you not pick up the banana? Oh my goodness, this is heresy. This is heresy, DEM. Oh no.
not sure what... Okay, I guess Maple just wants to save his health. That's why he's walking back to the entrance.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Malkier in level 6. We know what's in here, and we know how much that will help. That will help his cause if he finds this red ring.
Malk will be staying alive, staying alive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
don't forget you have the recorder, Maple. This is a recorder spot. That's my problem. Whenever I first pick up an item, a lot of times I forget I have it, and then...
Here we go.
Oh, it's some money.
$25 is better than no bucks. All right, spec rock check. Nada. That's the one thing about mixed overworld, you know. Needs more. That's an expensive shield and bait there. Couldn't afford it even if he wanted to.
I actually would probably buy a big shield if I saw one now. Well, with Red Ring, the big shield kind of loses some luster, but
yeah, we don't need it as much.
You also don't really have anything else to really spend money on. Potions, I guess. But you've already bought arrows. You don't need to buy a blue ring because you have a red ring. You don't need to buy keys because you got an any key. Hints, if you find the book. Because we still have not found bow or silvers.
No. I'm telling you, you gotta believe in 3 for the book, and the book will show us the way.
Well, the interesting thing in Red Ring pickup for Malkier, that is huge for him as well. The interesting thing is we have seen 5 dungeons, and we're missing a floor item in 8, but otherwise we've seen the items out of all of the dungeons. So we're looking for 3, 4, 5, and 9. So
I guess 9 probably takes
of
paramount over everything, because...
Oh, we got a dungeon. 4.
Number 4.
Here's our map of 6. I don't think we saw the map on TallMaple's side.
Now that legit does look like a duck. It looks like...
I was getting ready to say, now that one looks like a duck.
That is the duckiest looking duck that ever did duck.
You remember that it was like an adult animated show called Duckman? That looks like Duckman.
I remember Duckman. You know, I was thinking I play a game called Dark Deception, and you know, it's like the horror version of Pac-Man, and they have a duck enemy in there, the rubber ducky enemy, and that looks like those two. So here I'm having a Dark Deception, you know, 8-track flashback, and you're having Duckman. We are just duck-eyed folks, and oh baby, bow locked right there.
Oh, we got our Triforce though out of 4.
Photo negative link. Getting said Triforce, you'll love to see it.
Oh, and Triforce out of 6 for Malkier. So that transport that he found that I thought was going to mislead him actually only took him 1 room south. And
nice.
Got him turned around to the...
Now in a position to look at mags, but do you think Malk is going to go look at mags?
He's going to find... I think... is because he found any roads before, didn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe he just got distracted and started digging an item, or started digging around after he got there. But I'm trying to look at my map to see. Malkier actually was only a couple screens away from a mags check. Looks like he might be headed there now. He's got some burn bushes here, and he's only 2 screens away from Mags. I would almost be tempted to go do it. It's a 20% chance, but if you pick it up, then
just to see if you can grab it.
Yeah.
All right, arrow purchase from Malkier. So I would go check for Mags just because I like rolling with Mags. You know, does give you that advantage, especially.
Yeah, he's gonna leave it behind. Oh, boom! Bow and 4, floor item and 4, picked up by Maple.
And we are out of 4. So.
Yeah, already got the Triforce, yeah. Now, this is starting to get interesting, though, because where is 9? We really don't have any overworld blocks left, any key pickup for Malkier. So, it's looking more and more likely that we're going to have some overworld block dungeons. We're still looking for 3 dungeons, 3, 5, and 9.
I'd like to think it is in Vanilla 7 First Quest, level 9.
Well, yeah, so, well, here's the thing. This is where it gets interesting. There is now a 50-50 chance. No. Am I doing that right? I might not be doing the math right. We're looking. We do have the recorder. That's where my math is getting screwed up. Because important items cannot be in 9. So the power bracelet has to be taking one of the items that we have not seen in either 3, 5, or 8. Which we have a dungeon. We have 9.
Oh, it wasn't in Vanilla 7. Dang it. All right, let's see. How many?
No, it was in 6.
6?
It was actually in, I think this is Second Quest 9. And this is a dungeon in Second Quest. I just forget what
Yeah,
dungeon
that's
it is.
Second Quest. No, that's Second Quest 9.
Okay. I don't even know that I ever beat Vanilla Second Quest. I do run occasionally 2Q Overworld. Oh, and level 3 is right next door.
Now,
2 rooms away.
if it has silvers, this would be huge for TallMaple.
Well, if it has silvers, he already knows where dungeons 7 and 8 are. He just hasn't spent any time in them. So, he could go back there, get a Triforce. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Imagine with a red ring getting hammered so hard, you got to start all over with only 3 hearts. Now, if you couldn't get through that room with like 5 hearts, 3 hearts is going to be extra spicy. But he does have bow and arrow, so that pulse voice, I actually would be killing the pulse voice and making...
I'm wondering if he forgot he has arrows or just doesn't want to have to spend the time to switch to them. Because I'll be honest, I forgot he had arrows until you just said it. But
oh man, see, I am an astute bunny killer because those guys in the vanilla game are rich. You know, we're not talking like 1 rupee. We're talking cash cow 5 rupee holders. So
oh yeah, even with the rupee it costs you to fire the arrow, you can usually come out a net positive on those.
Heck yeah! So I'm like, I will murderize you in a heartbeat. All right, we got.
Well, there is our floor heart. So now we're just looking for a basement item. We're looking for a staircase. If a room doesn't have a push block, well, we still need to clear it because we're looking for a Triforce. But that also gives us a 40% chance now at a Mags pickup. Now,
with having wood sword, I would think since you've got to go to either 7 or 8, I think I would check Mags just because I have a heckin' wood sword on TallMaple's side. Much easier for the Ganon fight to have Mags over wood sword because it takes less hits.
And here's the other huge thing going in Maple's favor is if he gets the Triforce out of here, there he's using those arrows. If he gets the Triforce out of here, then he can just whistle back here to get the 9 very quickly. Malkier, meanwhile, back in 7. He's already got the item out of here, so he's just looking for Triforces. Okay, he's much better suited, and he's seen almost every single room in this 7. But still kind of a little bit of a curious play. He hasn't found 9, so he doesn't know how many Triforces he needs. I am usually not a big fan of going back to dungeons that I already have the items out of until I know how many Triforces I need to get into 9.
This actually may be a blessing in disguise, because then if Malk starts going towards the mountain where vanilla level 9 is, he will have 4 Doritos. 3 is literally right next door, and 3 has the croissant.
Yep. Power bracelet, which likely means that 5 is... Well, we haven't... There's a lot of still outstanding recorder spots that 5 could be. You gotta think, though, that TallMaple's in the driver's seat right now. If you're rooting for Malkier, for your team Malkier, what you need is for Maple to get hung up looking in a bunch of overworld spots for 5.
Oh, wow.
If he goes doing a bunch of push block checks and recorder checks, that could give Malkier some time to catch back up.
Did you see how much those 2 bombs cost?
I saw how much the upgrade was before, but yeah, I didn't realize that it only got him 2 bombs.
Yeah, because he had 8.
Oh, look at
and
the
then
map
it went
of 3.
to
3 is double segmented. There's 3 segments of 3.
It just makes it more fun, It just means more fun for everyone. But that actually looks...
So then there's our Triforce out of 7. So we're actually tied up at the moment on Triforces.
We have TallMaple running on diet life right now. Like, this is legit diet life. So we know that Malk needs to find 4, because that's where the bow is. So that's going to be a necessary one. And
the one thing that Malkier has going for him is that he does have item knowledge out of 7 and half of item knowledge out of 8. So if we combine our knowledge from these 2 runners, when our powers combine,
when do twin powers activate?
We know that there's a good chance that silvers are actually in level 9. There's our Triforce pickup. But Maple, for him, it's going to be a huge gamble, because he's still got items outstanding in 7, 8, 5. Yeah, the mathematics are not in his favor.
Well, it's 6 Doritos to get in. So he will most likely dip 7, which has the white sword. And I'm going to say he's going to make the gamble. He's going to make the gamble.
Oh, he's whistling somewhere.
I'm telling you, he's going to 7.
Well, he whistled the 4, which is close to 7. It's also close to Mags.
I say you do
Turn right.
Mags.
Turn right. He's doing a Mags check.
Let's
Malkier's
go.
in 4. This is where he needs.
This is it. This is it. Come on. No.
Oh, it's not 11.
12 or 13. That is absolute pain train.
12, 13, or 14.
Oh, it goes up to 14. I thought it went up to
10 to 14.
Well, that's even
10 to 14.
So now
Whistle's back to 3, so he did not go to 7. Took a hit. He was trying to whistle somewhere. He took a hit, so now he's going to have to go off this screen and whistle again to get to wherever he was trying to go.
Yeah, because I would think 7 would be the natural choice. Now, if he does go to 7, then we know he will get his white sword, which means that I'm not going to worry about Max.
Yeah, now he's back to 4. So this is interesting. Where 6, 3? No, he's back to 3. No, he went to 1. Okay, so he's at level 1. I'm not sure where he's trying to whistle to. I'm so confused. Okay, he's trying to get to 2. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to do this recorder spot. Okay.
Hoping to maybe see
Has
5?
he
No.
done that recorder spot? 8. He's going to 8. Okay, this makes perfect sense. 2 items in 8 versus 1 item in 7. Go get your Triforce out of 8, and hopefully you see both items along the way.
So he's going to be dipping. This here is another bold strategy.
Andy has the map out of 8 already. Okay, I don't mind this. This is actually a good play, and we don't even know what the second item in 8 is, so he might find silvers in here.
If silvers is in here, we know Malk is not going to be re-dipping that anytime soon. So
yeah. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that because he already has 1 item out of 8. He's already got the raft out of 8. So there's only 1 item left in here versus 1 item in 7.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this play.
I think he's going for the Triforce. That's why I was wondering about that too, because if Silvers is here, then the gambler has paid off. We know he can get the Triforce in here because he hasn't gotten it yet. So TallMaple hasn't gotten the Triforce, the Dorito out of here. I'm thinking more likely than not, he's going to blow a lot of exploration time and trying to dig out the second item, even though he will hit the Triforce first.
Yeah, and we know it's a floor drop as well. That's the bad part. That's the real kicker. Yeah. So I wonder if whenever he sees the staircase heart, if he will just Triforce and go it and gamble on silvers and 9.
You know,
which may not even be the right call. It might not be the right call. But
Yumi would do it, but I think you really should. I believe in silvers out of the wild, and it's nice, normal home of 9.
We actually never saw this, and this is a drop room. And as far as I know, Malkier never came back in after it cleared. Okay, it didn't drop. So
this is gonna work for Malkier. I can tell you for Duck on Shore, he's gonna go to 3, which is literally a hop, skip, and a jump over.
Yeah.
And then we are gonna see him be the first one to dip 9. I would have used my money and bought a potion just because it's money.
Yeah. And especially because you don't know when your next door repair is going to be.
Yeah. Not only that, but here it is.
All right, so this is our transport to get us up to one of our segments.
Yep. Here we go, folks. I hope you have fastened your seatbelt with your Michael Jackson popcorn, because this is about to get real spicy.
All right, heart pickup for Malkier, and this is the power bracelet. So, full item knowledge out of this dungeon immediately, and now it's just looking for the Triforce. And yeah, I mean, with that, I don't know how you don't gamble on silvers and 9.
He did
not see 1. He has not even seen 1. 1 has 2 items in it, but with 9 right next door, you got to go back to 9. You can't keep digging dungeons.
No. Considering that the dungeons aren't nearby, you're going right back to 9. You're going to gamble and see, now, if he gets the book in 9, which is possible, we could see if it is in 9 or not. So
Alright, so the Triforce was down in that little 4-room segment. So,
Yeah.
I think this is the transport, so he's gonna be there real quick. This is the transport. He's gonna clear this room though, because this is a drop room. Oh, death for TallMaple in level 8.
well, the Dark Knight just helped him by knocking him right into the staircase. It was like, get out of here, instead of get over here like Scorpion. He was like, get out of here, and just knocked him right in the stairs. Like, you are not collecting this $5. Go straight to jail. Do not pass go and collect 200. And here we go.
All right, 6. Here we go. What does Malkier do? It's decision time. He's got level 1 and level 5 outstanding. We know that level 1 is up in Death Mountain. He can get there. Level 5 appears to be overworld blocked. It looks like he's at least seeing a few more screens.
Okay.
I don't blame him here, but I would be.
I would have
now
taken
he's
that
going
money.
back.
I would have taken that money. Even if it's $4, that is 4 shots on the arrow. So
I would
you have to
also
look
go
at
buy
it
a
as-
potion right there before going into 9. But
me too. But
but he didn't even go into 9. Where's he going? Oh, he's gonna check this power bracelet spot. Okay.
Good.
Go into
Good
9.
thing.
Go into 9. Because even if Bo and or even if Silvers aren't in there, at least you've got 9 mapped out and are.
No potion for Malk anymore. That scammer stole his cash. So now we're going into 9.
I always hate whenever there's 3 different ways you can go whenever you enter 9.
Okay. Oh wow, starting off with a spicy room right out the rip, that would be ladder blocked if you didn't have it.
And it's a potential door to Zelda. You gotta clear anything with only 1 shutter door. He's gonna leave it, probably just mark it and say, okay, if I find Ganon, then I'll come back later.
Alright, staircase on deck. Transport, we're gonna take it. I'd like to see the map, because 8 was fairly big. So it could be
That's another
a
single shutter.
reasonable. I'm really surprised.
So, whenever you're...
That's what I called for the book! I'm a genius.
Okay, so now we want to see an old man that either tells us where silvers lie, or, that either silvers lie elsewhere, or they are in this dungeon somewhere.
Yep. I would open that key door, see if we can find someone. Here we go.
Another single shutter. Oh my goodness, so much Zelda potential.
Malk had a potion. I saw.
Oh, he already does have a potion? Okay. That would make sense why he didn't buy one then.
Okay, that one opened. Another staircase here.
Yeah, the only downfall to that book being in here now is that's 1 less chance at silvers being in here.
Yeah, but it does give us knowledge in just a little bit. A map would be nice. All right, we definitely have to take out this Patra.
And now with the book, the wand against Patras gets nerfed big time. Maple gonna pay this mugger with rupees. That's the mugger that took Malkier's heart that potentially cost him mags, because he did an 11 heart mags check and did not pick it up. And if it's 12 heart mags, that mugger cost him mags.
I get very nervous when we see nothing but transports. I would have killed the bunny for the money.
Maple is in the okay, so you got the compass. Let's see if he gets the Triforce and leaves, or what he's doing here in 8. He's in the Triforce room, so it looks like Maple might be just Triforce and going in this 8 at this point.
it's a thanks I hate it type scenario because it would be Giga Galaxy Brain if we had silvers in 8. But I think what Malk is trying to do, find the old man who is in 9 to tell me if my silvers are in here. I think that's where some of the apprehension is.
That's another single shutter door. There are so many single shutter doors in this 9. It's ridiculous. We've already been here. This was the book.
Yeah,
this was the book.
Malk, where you going, buddy? I think Malk is lost.
Yeah, he might not be tracking his 9. I usually only track my 9s if I'm looking for silvers. Otherwise, I just kind of track them in my head. Speaking of 9s, TallMaple now in 9 as well, so he has made the gamble. So now it's basically whoever finds silvers first, if they're in this 9.
All right, so we're going up.
Oh, this is not a room you want to get shuttered into.
Right,
I hear a roar. I hear a roar.
Oh,
we have Ganon. Oh,
no!
Okay, so you can... Well, we have Zelda because he's playing as a Wizrobe, but we can try to bomb through this room, see if we can get out of here. Yeah, it does bomb! Oh, but he took a hit! Oh, no!
Zelda has something to say about it. She's like, not in my house, son. Oh, baby.
Oh. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I want to see silvers past Ganon or past Zelda.
That would be heckin' amazing, man.
I have never actually witnessed it before, where you have to bomb through Ganon's room to get to silvers.
That is absolutely trash-tastic, and I love it. You know, you had Zelda going, boom, boom, doing the Ganon roar. And
got a staircase.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh, the hype is real, everybody.
Oh, what are these rooms? We keep popping out into these rooms with no map. You don't know where to even try to bomb.
You know, I would be fighting some people because they made the room drop something.
Diesel has joined us. Hello, sweetie. Yes, I went, boom, boom.
That's what Zelda's doing right now. And it is absolutely the best thing in the world. And, oh man, DEM.
Maple is here in the roar. He's in the room with the roar.
Listen, chat. Listen. It does not sound like Baby Mario from Yoshi. That is a historically accurate Ganon.
Oh, here's the map. It's just on the ground.
Oh, wait a second.
Okay, well, 9 is basically
big.
just a huge block. There's no gaps or anything in it, so... Oh, and we have Zelda!
That's
we have Zelda!
And that's you, Zelda, so... Oh, snaps.
So now you know where Ganon is, you know where Zelda is. We're just looking for silvers at this point, if you're Malkier.
Oh, man.
We don't even know if they're in here. This is still a gamble. Even combining our knowledge from both runners, we haven't even seen level 5.
All right, we should see what that bottom stair... Now, if the bottom stair holds silvers... And
silvers! The gamble paid off!
The gambler paid off. And so Malkier is in the catbird seat. He's not even a catbird seat.
Yeah.
He's a dog. He's a dog bird. He's a dog cat dog. You know.
Yeah, Malkier has the path to Ganon, has the path to Zelda. All right.
So
he's already cleared these enemies, so yeah, he can walk basically straight there. Might have to clear. I was gonna say he's gonna have to clear this room again. Trying to get in there, trying to do some door strats. But he's got plenty of. He's got 2 potions, so he's got plenty of. I was gonna say I would just potion here before you even go in.
Yes, you juice up before you deuce up. And we're going to see our head bacon in charge right now. And that is Zelda, who has turned to the dark side like Anakin Skywalker.
She was the chosen one.
I know, we have Darth Zelda here going against our Wizzy. Uh-oh, we got the stun lock.
Nice stun lock.
Inverted Zelda.
Oh, lost it, but he's one hit. There we go.
Yes, and we got the Stormtrooper shot for the first shot, and now we are going to speed running, going to Ganon to go save him. Now this should be the true canon, that everybody saves Ganon instead of Zelda, because Zelda needs to get good to stop getting kidnapped. And
right,
that's what I'm talking about. Malk going right to that other NSU room.
There she is.
She was letterbox.
All right.
She was
in the Chevy room.
letterbox.
We talked about it in a Chevy room. Yeah. All right. Well, get your GGs in chat for Malkier, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, 17 seconds. And TallMaple has also get your GGs in chat for TallMaple. He DNF'd out of the seed.
And I love the ending. Chaos returns to Hyrule. That's the best ending. Should always be canon. I endorse it 100%.
All right, and we are joined by our race winner, Malkier. GG, how are you feeling after that seed?
Yes, GG's Malkier.
I think he's just getting his mic set up.
Give me one moment.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we don't really. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so just very, very stressed. That was a stressful seed. The overworld was terrible. Way too many early deaths.
For both of you guys, yeah, you both struggled early in that overworld. I mean, when you have Lionels and Wizrobes on the overworld, that was pretty brutal. The only saving grace is then they weren't in the dungeons. But yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Silver's 1 9 because I had no idea where 1 and 5 were. But those are... I kind of poked around outside of 9 in the last couple spots I found, but it wasn't there. Yeah. So I was like, screw it. I'll just check 9 and see if I find it.
So level 1 was top of the steps going into East Death Mountain, and it only had the boomerang, and it had a recorder, which may have unlocked level 5. Actually, even combining both of your guys' screens, us as spectators never saw level 5. So it's anybody's guess where that ended up at.
I'd like to think Vanilla First Quest World 7 had something. Gotta blow the tutor for something.
And we are joined by our runner-up tonight, TallMaple, as well.
GG's TallMaple.
Thanks, Beefs. GG Malkier. Well played.
Yeah. So Maple, you were on the right path. Silvers were in fact in 9. And you would see Ganon's room and Soda's room before you got to Silvers, but yeah, Silvers were in 9.
Oh jeez. Horrible.
Yeah.
But, at least the seed felt good up until the end, and then I just gotta work on my combat a bit, I think. But it was good to see Malkier pull this out.
Yeah, Malkier needed a break with everything he's gone through in the last week. Yeah, our hearts go out to you, buddy.
Thank you guys, I really appreciate that. It's been a tough week, but I was watching, so thank you, Mom. That's about it.
Yeah.
Maple, thank you for your racing. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for both series.
Yeah, thanks for round 2.
Yeah, this was an exciting match that had everyone go hype and trying to figure out where, Silvers was going to be if you guys were going to take the Gambler right into 9. In this case, Malkier, you had the better routing because you went up and found 9 when you were already in possession of 5 Triforces, which means that you're going to go to 3 and then you're going to bounce right back to 9 immediately. You're not going to search for anything. Unfortunately, in TallMaple's situation, the 3rd Triforce was his 5th Triforce, which means that he would have had to find 7, 8, or 5. And in that case, he had to go way back down to 8 for that 6th Triforce. So this was just some real good routing on your side.
So that Death Mountain was terrible. There was no bomb droppers. Well, the first one I was like, I got to find something up here, and I just didn't find anything. And I even had 0 bombs. I can usually do a count if I had 1, but I had nothing up there to do even a count off of.
Yeah, I think you had a couple of forces.
Yeah, I like to abuse the mold arms for bombs. Those are really good bomb forces.
All right. Yeah, so you're moving on. You'll face the winner of Niori Fox versus Bort next round. Any thoughts going forward?
I'm just taking it a day at a time, man. Everyone in this tournament is so good. Any given Sunday, so anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, for sure. Even in the low rule bracket, there are some big names, some heavy hitters. This tournament was stacked.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, there are so many great runners that, I've already lost in my predictions because one of my beautiful runners, got eliminated. And, I have bet the farm on Pleco. Because that's my sister from Mario. So of course I'm always gonna bet on family. It just kind of blew up in my face this time thanks to that wonderful seed. But that's okay. I know Pleco will come and kick everybody out in Mario just to get her revenge. So it'll be great when we see Pleco in our tourney coming up soon. Yeah. But to just be a part of this, absolutely, watching the skills that you guys got the skills that pay the bills. You had a terrible overworld with Wizzy's Lionel, and it's just a feels bad moment when that happens. Plus, poor TallMaple went to do the Mags check, and Mags had the nerve to be 12 or more. So that's not a good feeling either, because TallMaple was literally on Woodsword for most of the game, Malkier.
Yeah, Tall, I meant to ask you, did you see that Diamond Staircase room, 1 room in and 7, when you dipped in there very early?
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a Diamond Staircase, like 1 room in and 7, and that had the white sword. And
I think it had keys, and I died with the keys.
Yeah, it had keys carding it, and Malkier went up, got the wood sword from Death Armos, and then had a white sword like 30 seconds later. So he had a white sword like 3 minutes in, which, obviously paid dividends, getting a white sword that early. And yeah, it was just unfortunate that, and I don't blame you for, leaving 7 because, never 7, right?
But see, I was overly stubborn about 7. I went into 7 the first time, and I saw the keys. So I was like, okay, I can clip by them. And they killed me like twice. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just come back in a second.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time in 7, and you also spent a lot of time in 8. And we were, worried because while you were spending all that time, Maple got a huge exploration head start on you of the overworld. But you made it work in the end. So
DEM, we know what the sacred second item would be in 8. We know.
I got all three. It was 2 hearts.
It was double heart?
It was 2 hearts and 8, yeah.
So
okay. Well,
eight.
Then we missed the heart and 8 because, we never even updated the tracker that there was a floor heart and 8. We thought that the floor item was still outstanding.
So I have to ask, so that means the blue banana was in 5.
If you go left at the start of 8, you see the Patra. Kill the Patra, go south 1, go left 2, and the art was on the floor there.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay,
so
we never caught that on the stream then. Well, you know why? You know why we missed that? Your stream went down. When you were in 8, your stream went down for a little while. And,
I had to close my OBS to reopen. I was kind of panicking.
Yeah, whenever it came back up, you were already out of 8. So that's how we missed it. All right, that makes sense.
So our comms about, getting that second item in 8. We were talking out of our bungolios with that one. Because, and so 5 had the sacred blue banana. TallMaple did see the item in 1, which was the sacred yellow banana, which he politely kicked it to the curb, swiped it like a bad Tinder date, and I was disappointed because I'm a banana sour myself, but maybe next time.
I actually would have loved a banana to see with that overworld with all the Lionels.
Yeah, TallMaple was like, "Oh, need no banana, no stuns for me." Oh man, but I know.
Run is at to put my niece to sleep, but GG guys, Maple, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you. And thank you for the comment track. I appreciate you all.
For you.
Take care, Malkier, and GG's to you on your bracket progression.
All right. Well, with that, I think we will start wrapping up. Does anybody have any last thoughts about this seed or the tournament in general?
I just want to say huge shout outs to you guys for doing commentating and the restream and tracking, and this community is just so awesome and amazing. You guys put in a lot of work, and it really shows in the production that you do, and it's really appreciated. A scrub like me gets to come in and do some races and get restreamed. You guys make me feel pretty special, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
We love to see you guys in action, and never call yourself a scrub. You're totally awesome. And if someone, do you have I don't know. Thank you, DM. I was just about to say, could you, some nice person put the exclamation point R in there. And my last words before DM closes out with our upcoming races and current races going on. To both of our runners, Gigi, for showing us how truly awesome-tastic you are. You persevered through a terrible overworld to conquer over our bacon overlord and all of his minions. Thank you to those of you in chat and in TV land out there watching on the video on demand for supporting the Z1R randomizer community. It is truly a great community to be a part of. Also, if you can give a big fat follow to our runners, because they are absolutely amazing. And I'm glad that TallMaple turned into Pleco's Twitch TV. Did you see that DM is saying that it was Malkier versus Pleco?
Oh, I did not see that.
Yes, Camion. Why have you forsaken the TallMaple one? But Pleco getting double duty, double racing. We found out her secret identity is a TallMaple. That is absolutely amazing. Also, give my fellow commentator the one and only Deus Ex Machina. I have been playing Final Fantasy X, that's why I keep saying Machina. Machina, it's
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's amazing as both a commentator to do 2 different commentaries tonight, doing double duty, but he's also one heck of a racer as well. So make sure you give him a big fat follow as well. So take it away, DEM. Thank you, and I wish everyone has a great night. DEM, close us on out.
Thank you, and I'll just echo everyone's words to you. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Thanks to the runners for putting on a great race. Thank you to Z1 Randomizer for giving us use of one of their channels tonight, Z1 Randomizer 2. There are actually 4 Z1 Randomizer channels, so make sure you follow all of them so you don't miss any of the action that we bring you here. If you like a Z1 Randomizer, and if you like Z1R or just retro gaming in general, I will echo to go and give everyone a follow, because that's mostly what all of us play. So make sure to give everyone a follow. Thank you, chat, for hanging out and making tonight a fun night. If you are looking for more Z1 Randomizer action, head on over to Speed Gaming 4. A race started at 9:30. Now, these flag sets have a tendency to either go for like 40 minutes or 2 hours. So that race may be over. I'm not sure yet. We've been on here and I haven't been able to check in on that race. But check out Speed Gaming 4. Otherwise, at 10 o'clock started a race on the Z1 Randomizer Prime. Just twitch.tv/Z1 Randomizer. That race should surely still be going on. We have not seen any race finish in under 35 minutes. Also, Speed Gaming 3, another race started at 10 o'clock. That was Yumi and Equations. So that should be a really good race. So go check out either Speed Gaming 3, Z1 Randomizer, or Speed Gaming 4 for more of your action. Otherwise, we will see you back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock with Nachibato versus Danny P. Speed.
Yes,
but yeah, that's it for us tonight.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Otherwise, that's it for us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and go check out the other races, because I know that's what I'm going to be doing. Go get some dinner and watch some more of this great tournament. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll catch you guys later.
And also, one last addendum to our restreamer extraordinaire who is doing double duty. Thank you so much, Camion, for everything that you did, both tracking and restreaming. We wouldn't have been here without you.
Yeah, that's true. We forgot to shout out the tracker, Camion, and also did back-to-back restreaming duties. So, yeah, big shout out to him as well. But yeah, peace out, guys. We will catch you later.
Deuces!